What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ken Knows Ball, and today we'll be looking at the top 10 biggest surprises in the MLB so far this season. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment what you think and if I missed anything. Without further ado, here we go. At number 10, I have the Kansas City Royals pitching. The Royals are currently 25-17 and only zero point 0.5 games back from the Guardians in the AL Central, which is very surprising. They have the ninth best record in the MLB and have allowed the least amount of runs per game at 3.45. Seth Lugo has a sub 1.7 ERA and a sub 1 whip, and James McArthur and Nick Anderson have struggled in the bullpen, but otherwise, their bullpen has been elite. Cole Reagan and Michael Waka both have FIPS 1.35 lower than their ERAs, which shows that this pitching staff could get even better throughout the year. This Kansas City Royals surprise is one of the biggest and most impactful for the playoff race. At number 9, I have William Contreras. This is the Contreras brother that did not just break his arm and plays catcher for the Brewers. He has caught in 33 games this season and DH'd in 7 games. He has a 346 batting average and a 954 OPS in 40 games hitting. He leads the MLB in runs and hard hit percentage, and is in the 99th percentile in average exit velocity. He is also top 20% in walks per at bat. He has blown up this year and is a potential MVP candidate. At number 8, I have what might not be the biggest surprise, but I have Shohei Ohtani's hitting. He has a 352 average, is leading the MLB in slugging percentage with a .667 and OPS with a 1.090. He has 9 steals and has been the best player in baseball and is an MVP candidate at designated hitter. He is best in almost all expected stats according to Baseball Savant and has the highest hard hit and barrel percentage in the MLB. He could potentially be the first DH we see ever win the MVP award. At number 7, I have the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Their lineup has been horrendous this year. They are 28th in team OPS and team average, tied for last in team home runs, 29th in team runs per game. The only teams that they are ahead consistently are the Marlins and the White Sox. After the Wilson Contreras injury that I just spoke about, their best offensive player is Nolan Arenado, who has a .703 OPS, which is horrendous for your best player. Paul Goldschmidt is batting sub 200 with 6 extra base hits on the year. Nolan Gorman has also struggled mightily with a .187 average. This lineup and their stars have been awful to start the season, and we can only hope that they have a turnaround, or they might be trading their stars at the trade deadline. At number 6, I have Elly De La Cruz. He has a 262 average and a .884 OPS, and he leads the league with 25 steals and has 9 more than second place. That is crazy. He has the best sprint speed in the MLB. He's top 6% of average exit velocity and top 7% in arm strength. This step up from him has been amazing. He's still striking out a lot, but if he can get those numbers down, he will be a perennial MVP candidate in the years to come. At number 5, I have the Toronto Blue Jays lineup. They are 23rd in team OPS and 25th in home runs. They are also 27th in runs per game. Last year, they were 11th in team OPS and were on the rise. They have 4 total players with an OPS above 700, and Bo Bichette has an average of 203 and an OPS of .552. This young team has taken a massive step back from where we were projecting them to be even just 2 years ago. If Vlad Guerrero cannot go back to that all-star / MVP level, I'm not sure this core has a chance to make it through the trade deadline. At number 4, I have the Phillies pitching. Now, we weren't expecting them to be bad, but I'm not sure we were expecting them to be this good. They give up the 6th least amount of runs per game, have the 4th lowest team ERA, the lowest team FIP, and the 6th lowest team WHIP. Ranger Suarez has been elite and an MVP candidate to start this year. with a 1.5 ERA and a .722 whip while working deep into 8 separate starts. Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola have also both been spectacular, and the emergence of Spencer Turnbull, plus them giving all the money to Taijuan Walker before the season, could potentially force them to have a 6-man rotation or kick one of those guys to the bullpen, and having too many starters is a great problem to have. At number 3 on this list, we got Corbin Carroll. Carroll has had a 201 average and a 5.54 OPS so far this season. He has hit 2 home runs and is only 8 for 10 on stolen bases for an 80% clip. His OPS last year was .868 as a rookie, and he has taken a major step down in all expected stats. According to Baseball Savant, his defense has slightly declined, but as we all know, defensive statistics are a bit weird. And his speed dropped from the top 1 percentile to the top 7 percentile. So that's a major drop off in speed, as well as all of his other stats from his rookie year, which is very disappointing to see. Back on a positive note, at number 2, we have Marcell Ozuna, as in Ozuna from the Braves. He has a .326 batting average and a 1.042 OPS. He leads the NL with 12 home runs and leads baseball with 40 RBIs through 37 games, which is just insane. He grades out very well in all expected stats, as well as all barrel rate stats, so he's just hitting the ball hard every time he swings. And the surprising part was, not that he's good this year, but he was good last year, and he's been up and down his whole career. So to see this consistency and just overall greatness from back-to-back years from the Braves makes the Braves even more of a formidable opponent this year. And I hate to end on a bad note, but at number 1, we have the Astros pitching. They have the 3rd worst ERA, give up the 3rd most runs per game, have the 2nd worst FIP, and the 3rd worst whip. They walk the 2nd most people per game and give up the 4th most home runs per game. And they already have 8 blown saves this season. Ryan Presley and Josh Hader both have ERAs above 5.25 and whips above 1.353. Through 7 starts, Hunter Brown has had an ERA of 7.79 and a whip above 2. They have been horrendous to start the season and are pretty much the number 1 reason why the Astros have been terrible this year. Once they get their guys back from injury, they better hope that they pick it up and can get to the playoffs. And that is all for today's video. To right center field. Thank you so much for watching all the way through, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Up to second.